Imran was 35 years old. A quiet man with careful hands and eyes that listened before his ears did. His work shirt was dark blue and clean but worn at the cuffs. He fixed radios and small machines in a narrow repair shop beside an old bakery. The shop smelled of warm bread and metal oil. People trusted him because he never hurried pain and never raised his voice. Across the street stood a bright modern clinic with tall glass doors. One morning a long silver car stopped there. The driver stepped out first, then a woman in a pale suit followed. She was 32 years old. Her name was Layla. Her posture showed wealth, yet her face showed long nights without rest. Beside her stood a small boy. He was 8 years old. Soft brown hair. Wide eyes that searched lips instead of listening to sound. His name was Yusuf. The boy did not react to traffic or to birds or to a barking dog. Only to movement. Only to touch. Imran watched from his doorway while wiping his hands with a cloth. The bakery bell rang behind him and a warm wind carried the smell of tea and cardamom. He remembered his own father who used to say, "Son, some people hear with ears and some with heart. Learn both and you will never be lonely." The clinic doors opened and a doctor spoke to Layla. She nodded but her shoulders fell. Yusuf looked up at her, mouth trying to read comfort there. He found none. They crossed the pavement. Suddenly Yusuf stopped. A tiny metal screw lay near the curb, shining in the sun. He bent to pick it up. He loved small objects. He felt the world through his fingers. Then he froze. His hand went to his ear. His face tightened in confusion, not pain. Just pressure. Layla panicked. She knelt and spoke quickly, but he could not hear. She waved for help. Imran walked over slowly. Not like a hero. Like a neighbor. He knelt beside the boy. He did not talk first. He showed his open palm and smiled. Yusuf watched his eyes and calmed. Inside the boy's ear sat a small black coil shaped like a curled wire. It was part of a hearing aid piece broken long ago. The family had tried many treatments and stopped believing. Imran whispered gently, though he knew the boy could not hear. "It's all right, little one, I see it." Layla asked. "Can you help?" Imran nodded. From his pocket he removed a small object wrapped in cloth. An old copper tuning fork attached to a thin wooden handle and a tiny pocket watch chain. It looked simple, almost ordinary. He tapped the fork lightly against his own wrist. Then placed the base of the handle against the bone just behind the boy's ear. Yusuf blinked. Imran tapped again. Very soft. A slow rhythm like a heartbeat. Yusuf's eyes widened. He looked around confused. Not hearing sound as others did, but feeling vibration travel through bone to the inner ear. Imran kept the rhythm steady. He moved the fork slightly to find the best place. The boy grabbed Imran's sleeve. His lips formed a silent question. "What is that?" Imran smiled and spoke slowly so the boy could read. "Not sound. Feeling. Your body can listen too." He then opened the small watch. Inside the watch a gentle ticking pulse moved. He placed the back of the watch against the same spot. Tick. 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 The boy gasped. For the first time his brain recognized pattern vibration as meaning. Not full hearing. But a doorway. Layla covered her mouth. Tears formed, yet she stayed still. Afraid to break the moment. Cars passed. People walked. The world stayed ordinary. But for Yusuf everything shifted. Imran guided the boy hand to his own throat and hummed low. A steady hum without strain. The vibration traveled through bone and into the boy's palm. Yusuf copied. A rough hum came out. He startled himself. No miracle. No sudden perfect hearing. But a connection. A bridge. Imran explained to Layla slowly. Some children have auditory pathways that wake through vibration training. Bone carries rhythm where air cannot. It takes patience, not money. Layla whispered. Why did no one tell us? Imran shrugged softly. Hospitals chase cures. Life sometimes offers practice. For many days they returned. Each afternoon when the bakery cooled and the sun softened, Imran taught Yusuf rhythm. Tap on table. Tap on shoulder. Hum through chest. Feel footsteps on wooden floor. Feel drum of rain on window. Feel heartbeat while holding a wrist. Yusuf began to understand patterns. Then began to shape sound. Not perfect words, but honest attempts. He laughed the first time he recognized his mother's footstep vibration. Layla cried openly. Not from sadness but release. Older neighbors started sitting near the shop. Men in their 60s with teacups and memories. Women with knitting and patient smiles. They watched the lessons and spoke of how children once played in dusty streets and learned by watching elders. Imran told Yusuf stories from old radio days. Of evenings when families gathered around a single speaker. Of cricket commentary and songs carried across neighborhoods. He would tap a gentle beat while telling the tale so the boy could follow emotion through rhythm. Months passed. Yusuf learned to say a few clear words. Ami. Water. Sun. One evening he touched Imran's arm and carefully formed another word. Friend. Imran looked away for a moment. His eyes shone. He remembered being a single father once. His daughter had passed years earlier from illness. Since then he repaired objects because fixing people felt impossible. Now this boy had repaired something inside him. Layla offered payment many times. Large sums. Gifts. A new shop. Imran refused gently. Just bring tea sometimes, he said. On the first anniversary of that day they stood again near the curb where the tiny screw had been found. Yusuf placed a small wooden box in Imran's hands. Inside lay a new tuning fork engraved with simple letters. For Imran. So you never stop helping others listen. Yusuf then spoke slowly. His voice still soft yet clear. I hear you with my bones and my heart. The old neighbors applauded. Not loudly. Warmly. Imran answered. And I hear you with patience. The sun lowered. The bakery bell rang. The city moved on. But 3 lives remained gently tied by a lesson older than machines. Healing often begins when someone kneels instead of stands. If this story warmed you, please like, share, subscribe, and write a comment about someone who once listened to you when no one else did.